So with your assignments of entering orders and how to buy, how to sell, you're going to have to use the thinkorswim app that we showed you earlier. And it's actually pretty easy. Fire up the app, and again we're going to log in. And make sure it's on paperMoney, so you're not using your real money. Very important. We're going to talk about a couple of different order types which will allow you to do what Corey was talking about. Have a stop loss to limit your losses. Also tell you about a limit order, which allows you to take your profits automatically when it hits whatever target that you wanted to hit. So after we logged in, you'll see the chart that we were demonstrating with before. We have this trend line and that we drew earlier. Now before we actually get into how to enter in a buy and sell order, I want to touch upon how to send an alert, because we had a question earlier about that, and that's actually really important to help you monitor the stocks that you're watching and the prices that they're hitting without actually sitting in front of your computer all day. So the first thing we want to do is go to the top right corner and click Setup, Application Settings, your app settings. We will look at notifications. We want to get a notification when alert is triggered, right? So to set that up, we do need to set up your email confirmation. This will be the main email you will want to get the notifications to. From me, it would be jeffrey@stocksessions.com. Okay, when you have your email set up, you'll notice that the send email alert setting goes from gray to white, which means you can select this option. Also on the right, you'll notice some options of what kind of information you would be able to get in this email alert. Okay, the main thing we want is under price, we want the market price, what the price of the stock or the index is trading at. We'll worry about the other ones in future courses. To actually set an alert, you can go to Market Watch. Under the Market Watch tab, you'll see alerts. Okay, right here, alerts. You'll type in the symbol that you would want to get alert for. For us, we can keep going with our example of using the S&P 500 index or the SPY symbol. And you can just right click anywhere on any of these prices to get a pop-up box and create an alert. So let's say we want to know when the price crosses below a certain price, because that's below that certain price is where we want to buy. We would select notify when the bid is at or below, let's say 185. Okay. And how to notify, create with email. You can also get a sound on the computer if you're at your computer, and we create the alert. So you'll see in your alert book, there's a couple that I've canceled, but this very last one where we want to see when it's at or below 185, the status is active. Now the cool thing is, if we switch over to the charts, you'll see alert tab right here on your chart. So you can actually just move it along with your trend line to modify it to, let's say you didn't have it exactly where the trend line is, or the stock has moved, now the trend line has moved. You could easily drag it and change it. So as Corey mentioned with the trend lines, if we want to buy on a pullback, this 190 area is probably where you want to start looking to buy. So you'll set an alert around here. I dragged it to about 189. You can move it to closer to 190 or a little bit above, as this trend line will be sloping upwards. So in the future, it'll be closer to 191, 192. You can also easily cancel the alert just by clicking this X. Okay, so now let's move on to how to actually buy a stock. To buy a stock in using thinkorswim, you can go to the trade tab. You would type in the ticker symbol that you want to buy. If you want to buy Apple, you would type in AAPL. But let's stick with the S&P 500 index that we've been using as our example. So we type in SPY. The numbers you want to focus on is the underlying, which is the stock itself. So when you want to buy, you just want to click the price under the ask. When you click that, you'll have a order entry come up at the bottom of your screen. And let's just go through each of these really quickly. What you want to buy is a stock, and this tab shows you whether you can buy, you can switch it to sell, you can flip it to sell. But let's stick with buy. How many shares do you want? The quantity. We'll stick with 100. Position effect. So if you click that, you'll see position to open, position to close. Corey mentioned that earlier. To open, that just means you're adding something to your portfolio. So what we want to do is we want to buy to open. And on this end, we have the price that we want to buy at. Now, in our alert, we said we wanted to buy around 190, given our trend line analysis. So we type in 190. Order is a limit. There are a lot of other orders here, but we'll stick with a limit. A limit just means the price has to touch the price that you set before this order will be triggered. Whereas a market order will just buy at whatever price it is right now. And usually the price right now isn't the price you wanted to buy at, because given your analysis, with the trend line, you have some price that you think is a fair or a cheap price to buy at, and it's probably not the price at the moment. But if it is, you can use the market order to buy immediately right now. Okay, and the TIF just means the time in force of how long you want this order to stay there. Day, that just means this order will stay active for the rest of the day, and tomorrow this will be gone, so you have to set another order. If you don't want to do that, if you want this buy order to stay, you use a GTC. That's good till canceled. Okay, so as long as you don't cancel it, this order will be there. So we'll use a day order, and we'll click confirm and send. So just make sure you have the right amount of shares, the right symbol, the right price, and you're buying it instead of selling it. Okay, click send, and now you can go to your monitor to see what the orders that you have in the queue. These are orders that haven't been executed. That's why in the status it'll say it's working, because it hasn't reached this price. So, but these are the orders that you have, buy orders that you have, and so always make sure you have enough money for all the buy orders that you have open, because as soon as that price hits and a limit order gets triggered, these you'll buy this stock or this index, it'll go into your portfolio. Another way to look at the buy order that you have just placed is you can go back to the charts, and I just love this about using charts in thinkorswim, is just like the alert, now you also have your buy order on your chart. You can drag it around to change where you actually want to buy it. So let's say you mistakenly entered in the wrong place. We can drag it down here to where our trend line is, and again you'll see this confirmation dialog just to say, we're replacing your previous order with this one, and everything looks good. You click send, and boom, your order, your buy order is now changed. Okay, and you can also cancel it. So we'll click the red cancel button for this buy order. Now let's say you have bought the stock at some price and now you wanted to sell it. Well, again, we would go to the trade tab, type in the symbol we want, SPY, and instead of clicking the ask to buy, we will click the bid to sell. And now you see the order entry that pops up. Again, it's listed as stock. We're selling it instead of buying it. The quantity that we're working with is minus 100. When we're buying it, it's adding 100. Now we're removing or minus 100. Okay, and we can change position to close because we're removing these 100 shares from our portfolio. Now to sell, we have a couple of options. Again, a limit is if it goes up higher and it touches this price, we can sell it. So let's say we bought our stock at 190, and we think it's going to 210. We can set a limit for 210 and confirm and send that order. Okay. And again, you can see that on the chart of red negative 100 limit. And let's cancel that. However, let's create another sell order again. However, let's say we bought our stock at 190 and we wanted a stop loss that Corey mentioned. We want to stop our loss at maybe 185. If you click here, you notice, hey, there's a stop order. There's a stop sell order that you can select from the order options. So that just says when the stock drops below 185, a market order will be triggered. And if you remember what I just said about market order, is a market order will take whatever the price is at that moment, which will be close to 185 when the stop order is triggered. Okay, so if you do that and you click confirm send, you can go to the charts and you can see, well, there's your stop sell order. Sell because you know it's sell because it's red and it has a minus in front of how many shares you're selling, and you have the STP showing you that it's a stop order. That's it. That's all there is to buying and selling your first stock on using thinkorswim.